Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you for a album review, just so you know. That's my sister's cat, just so you know. He's yawning right now. Yeah, you are Titan. He's a sweet cat. Basically, I'm returning to you for another album review for Holding Absence's third studio album, The Noble Art of Self-Destruction. I got a chance to check out myself and see what I was going to think of it. So I'm going to discuss what I listened to for The Noble Art of Self-Destruction. I've only heard two of the singles for this album. Um, I don't know if there was another single before this album came out, but I don't think there was. So I'll let you know what I thought of this 10-track album for Noble Art of Self-Destruction. So let's dive into this album review by Holding Absence. So Head Prison Blues is the opening track to this album, the first song, and I actually enjoyed it. It was really good. Lucas's vocals in it are pretty good. Even some screaming moments in this track really impressed me. So really liking the alternative rock, heavy rock kind of sound they're going for with this track, so it's pretty good. So 5 out of 5 for this one. Really digging the track very much. So A Crooked Melody is the next song, and melody is pretty catchy. And the chorus is pretty catchy too. I like the lyrics for the chorus. I really dig it. So this is a pretty badass song and pretty memorable to listen through. So Lucas's vocals are great. The drum wise of the track is pretty good, and so is the guitar wise of it. So 5 out of 5. Falls Dawn is another great song, in my opinion. I think it's pretty strong for what it goes for. So I'd give this a 5 out of 5. There's some screaming moments from time to time with Lucas's vocals, but I think the overall track with his clean vocals sound really good in my opinion. So 5 out of 5. Scissors was the second single for this album that came out back last month. I think it was around July 21st or something like that. So basically, I really enjoyed this single as a whole. And sorry, my sister's cat is scratching himself, and I don't know if it messed up with the audio quality because he shook the bed a bit. So basically, 5 out of 5 for Scissors. I really enjoyed this 4 minute and 40-second track for what it was going for. They did a lot with this song and put a lot of effort into making a really good track. Holding Absence did. So yeah, Honeymoon is solid. I think there's some good vocals from Lucas in this track. My only gripe with the song is it sounds a little dull at times. When the chorus comes in, it sounds, I don't know, not like something I'd really like. But I just think it's a solid track to get through the album. So 4.5 out of 5. A least favorite, but not my personal least favorite. It's probably the second least favorite song on the album. So 4.5 out of 5. Death Nonetheless is a pretty strong track. I really like how Lucas's vocals sound. Even in the last song, his falsetto for the Honeymoon song, it was pretty good. But my only gripe with the song is it feels a little lazy of a track, in my honest opinion. But Death Nonetheless is pretty strong of a track. I really like the progression with the drum work and the overall execution of the song with the guitar work, and Lucas's vocals sound really good. So 5 out of 5. Her Wings is another strong track. I have to really go back and listen to it again because I kind of got a little sidetracked with other things that I wasn't paying attention to with this song. But it's a pretty strong track, so 5 out of 5. Even for the runtime I listened for it, it's pretty strong. These New Dreams is a solid one. It's probably the very least favorite track. I wouldn't say the worst track on the album, but it is the least favorite. I just think it's slightly dull at times. I mean, the lyrics are pretty much, they were going for something interesting with this track, but I don't think the execution worked to its full potential of being a good track, so I'd give it a 4.5 out of 5. It's good, but not great. Liminal is the second to last song for this album, and I think it's a strong track for what it goes for. Lucas's vocals sound really good in this song, and I'm really digging the overall execution of the production, the mixing, and the drum work and guitar work is great. So 5 out of 5. And finally, it leads into the last song. Liminal has like a continuation to the last song, which is The Angel in the Marble. I thought there was another song that was going to be on this album called Kintsugi. Uh, Kintsugi or whatever it was called. But I guess that didn't make the album cut at the last minute. I'm not sure. But it said it was on the album, but I don't know. Maybe on the CD version. I'm not sure. But basically, this is the final track for the album. From what I downloaded today. So I think it's a strong track. The closing track is pretty amazing, and I really dig the overall vibe I'm feeling for this song. And Lucas's vocals sound really good, so I'd give this track a 5 out of 5. The closing track is probably one of the best closing tracks I've listened to in an album to end this album. So basically, overall production, mixing, and execution wise, I think Holding Absence, The Noble Art of Self-Destruction is a really good album. I was really impressed with this album. There were times where it had some good rocking out tracks, and then there were some pretty melodic tracks that I don't know were my favorites, but still did good in their own way. And sorry for my yawning. Like I said, I'm very tired. I got up real early this morning. I just want to at least get some album reviews done for you guys soon, so you have something to enjoy. So basically, if I were to give Holding Absence, his new album, an overall score, I think their third studio album, in my opinion, is going to get a 9 out of 10. It's a really rocking album. They really went for something with this album, and in the best way possible, because most of the tracks did execute very well. So 9 out of 10 for Holding Absence, the Noble Art of Self-Destruction album for this review. Thank you guys for watching this album review.